Good afternoon and welcome back to the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Danny Vittori, and today we have on 3 members from the Lynn Tech chapter of SkillsUSA. Thanks for coming on the show.
Of course.
Great. So, first things first, would you all mind just introducing yourselves and saying what your position is within the team?
Yeah. So my name is Andy Barrios, and I serve as the chapter president.
Great.
My name is Justin. I serve as the chapter's vice president.
My name is Kayla Chajon, and I am a leadership team member.
Awesome. So for anyone who may not know, would you be able to just give a brief overview of what, SkillsUSA is, what your mission is, what you do?
Yeah, of course.
So it's a student-led organization that really empowers the students to become, responsible leaders, skilled professionals, most importantly, and then community members.
Great. So we see your work sometimes, and it's very impressive, all the events you run, all the things you do. And now I'll ask specifically, just going down the line, Andy, starting with you, what is involved in your roles specifically?
Yeah, so as chapter president, of course, I have to not only make the agendas for the meetings, but understand what we're going to talk about, what we want to do, and kind of just not only delegate work to our members, but also lead them and for them to understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, and just try and, be the best person to help them when they need it.
Yeah, so as vice president, we basically do almost the same tasks, but I'm just there to, help him out, and then...
Great.
So as a member, we all kind of try to uplift the team. Like, we all have individual strengths. I am also the social media coordinator, so I help in that aspect by making sure that we keep the public and the school very up to date with what's happening so that everyone really feels that community and doesn't feel like we're above anyone. Like, we all contribute and we all rely on each other.
Yeah. And how many members do you have in your chapter? Do you know?
Yeah, so actually we are 100% participation. So that means we actually pay to have everyone be a member.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. That's awesome. So everyone in the school.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's impressive. And then you 3 are all seniors too, correct? So you're also on the last leg. You're almost there.
Yeah, scary. Yeah.
And how has it been being a member of SkillsUSA? You were also just voted a 2024 Chapter of Excellence, which congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Yes. So, but how has that experience been?
Honestly, with my experience, it's been amazing. I know going into Skills, not really knowing much about it as a freshman and sophomore, it really has changed me as a person. I was more of a timid and quiet person, but being into Skills, they have taught me a lot of have confidence in myself and to just have a conversation with another person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here. So before starting SkillsUSA, I was the same. I was just your regular high school student. I'd go to class, I'd do my work, and throughout SkillsUSA, I really learned how to put myself out there and really put myself out my comfort zone. And because of that, I've changed a lot and become a better person and even a leader.
With my experience, I feel like in the beginning of my high school, I was very reserved in all senses, especially because I never really knew what I could contribute to the school.
Yeah.
I was surrounded, through Skills, around a bunch of motivated students who not only wanted to see me succeed, but we all relied on each other to succeed. And I genuinely feel like because of that, I was able to create a really family-like bond, and we're all very close. And to me, that's the most irreplaceable thing.
Yeah. I definitely get that vibe whenever we go to your events. And y'all definitely much more poised and put together than I was in high school, so good job with that. And you have these pillars like leadership, community service, really the pillars that it's built upon. And you actually have some competitions coming up next month into March. That's a big piece of it, but how do those work?
Yeah, so of course we have to go through districts if you are competing in CHOP, which is a test. It's compiled of OSHA, SkillsUSA tests, and of course your shop tests, of what your shop consists of. And then states is more of a, you actually get to see who you're competing against, and you're in front of judges doing what you're doing. we all three compete in leadership competitions.
Okay.
So for us, we do portfolios. He does a speech, but we make portfolios about what we've done this year, how we did it, and we present it to a judge, just tell them our experience and, what it consists of. Mm-hmm.
And have you participated in these competitions before, like the leadership ones as well?
Well, I personally started off sophomore year competing in my shop. So
Okay.
I did a shop competition, and then last year it was a leadership competition, and this year it's a different type of competition. So it's within leadership, but it has more to do with speaking and like answering the things about our chapter that people might be curious about. So there's a lot of unique experiences, and each one entails something that in itself is so gratifying.
Yeah, and like how she started as well, I also did a shop competition, which was a CPR and first aid. However, I didn't pass the district's test, but I was able to participate in a leadership competition, which was community service, and it was just awesome, like just presenting what we did over the year.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be really rewarding. And then just real quick, what are your 3 shops, just for reference?
So I am in advanced manufacturing.
Great.
And I'm in health assisting and technology.
I'm in radio and television.
Awesome. Just as a good reference point, you're talking about the different skills that you've compiled. And even, Justin, you just mentioned it, the community service aspect, huge piece. You did a holiday party last December. You do the media expo. Are there any events or any things that you do that tend to be your favorite, and why would that be?
Yeah, so, you just mentioned the Christmas party. I've always loved that project ever since, the first time we did it, just because, I remember not growing up with much. I know how it is, going to something like that. So the fact that I'm able to help and, do something similar and, see children that I know what it's like to be that child and to give them toys, that will always be my favorite aspect of, any of our events.
Yeah, same here with Andy with the Christmas party. I grew up not having, I wasn't as fortunate to have like those, big Christmases. So really seeing, those children like live the life like I couldn't have really like brings joy to my heart, and it was just an amazing event.
Yeah.
I think most of the team would tell you it's a Christmas party. It's not only like the best opportunity that we bond as a team because we all like are so invested in it, but also like it's one of those events where you connect with the people you're helping, and it motivates you and it motivates us to continue to do that hard work throughout the year, especially when it's so time consuming. So they really give us life.
I remember I was filming that this past year, and I don't think there was one person not smiling. Everyone was so into it, and you could just tell how much people love it, which is awesome. And I will ask, the events or the things you put on, are they consistent every year? Do they change? Does the group decide what you do?
So each year we look around our community and we choose one problem we'd like to tackle.
Okay.
So whether it's teachers who need more gratitude, or it's prevention because of the violence in our community, or it's like it all centralizes like around a theme.
Okay.
And each year we try to correlate events to that theme.
That makes sense. And what was the theme last year, since it is early this year?
So last year it was prevention at first, but going into more in the year, we changed it to family because we realized that if we really wanted to tackle, preventing violence, we really wanted to, do that where it starts with like family, bring family together and just have that bond.
Well, at least from what I could see, it seemed like you definitely did that. And I know I do have to wrap up in a moment, but was there anything else that I hadn't mentioned that any of you wanted to touch on?
No.
No?
Well, this year's theme is nourishment.
Yeah.
If
Oh, okay.
you guys were curious.
Yeah.
Yes, that was good. It's good I asked that part. Well, it's nice to hear that I covered it all. And again, SkillsUSA, you do such amazing work. I always love going to your events, and
Thank you.
I'm really excited to see what you guys do in your last few months.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate that.
Of course. And thank you for coming on. And once again, this has been the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Danny Vittori, and we'll see you next week with more guests.